Oh, I'm definitely liking the vibe of this already. Okay, so this title is just fantastic, and like the composition of it is brilliant. Your eye immediately goes to the baby Metroid, and that sort of brings a vision up to the title, which is great. But the scene around it is also terrifying as well, because like those are corpses down there at the bottom. So clearly the Metroid didn't do that. So something is in that room. Like, it's just so good. And then you got that ominous drone with the Darth Vader style breath and everything. God, it's so good. Love it.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Well, that voice is ominous. Can't wait to hear how you screw this up. Alright, so first off, we're getting a bit of a recap from Samus. And I actually really like this because this actually informs a good deal of Samus's character, which we haven't had yet. So she's starting off talking about the events of the first game, her battle with Mother Brain, her first real encounter with the Metroid. And now she's going into the events of Metroid 2, where she was sent to SR388 to completely eradicate the Metroids because they were too dangerous. And also touching upon the end of Metroid 2, where she finds one last Metroid, and because it's not hostile to her, she decides to spare it. Which, again, despite how cold Samus tends to be, she does clearly have a moral compass. But, you're also kind of getting the sense that she prefers her isolation as well because, her first instinct is to offload the baby Metroid and justifying it by saying that the scientists will probably be able to do something with the baby Metroid. But she also can't help but be fascinated by the scientists' findings anyway. Then again, she may want this because, the Metroid were created by the Chozo for purposes of harvesting energy. It just so happens that they ended up being dangerous. So maybe Samus really does want this. Maybe this is, her just trying to honor her adopted people. And then she goes bounty hunting. But then she mentions that she gets a distress signal and the music just cuts. Like, that whole scene was just a bit chilling, but the timing of cutting off that music, it's excellent. The story here is just presented masterfully. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is talk about the controls, and this is really my biggest problem with the original, with Super Metroid. The controls take some getting used to, so movement feels a little sluggish. The jump is a little floaty. It doesn't quite have the right weight to it. And the spin jump still has that dedicated arc to it, which makes it a little imprecise for tight platforming. It is still something that you get used to, but it's not quite as fluid as later games in the series, which is why I tend not to agree with the statement that Super Metroid is the best game in the series. There are some new additions to Samus's movement, though. She can now duck like she could in Super Metroid. Not only that, but she can now aim her cannon in 8 directions. Not only that, but by holding the shoulder buttons, she can actually lock her aim at an angle, which is really convenient. Yeah, the controls here are pretty damn good. I mean, they're not perfect, but, for the time, this was great. And by the by, I am not terribly fond of Samus's run animation there. And the reason for that is because it makes me think of this clip from Jackie Chan Adventures. They really need to have her leaning forward just a little bit, because I can't help but laugh when I see her run in this game. Oh boy. So, yeah, there's bodies on the floor, and we recognize that from the title screen. The baby Metroid's supposed to be in there. Where the hell is that thing? This cannot be good. Oh, there you are. Can't seem to pick it up, though. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, did I kill you already? Well, I killed you once, I can kill you again. Hey! Back off. You want a piece of me, Ridley? Hey, get back down here, you bastard. Get back here! Oh, balls. I got other things I need to worry about right now. Time to make a break for it. And by the way, the graphics in this game are absolutely outstanding. This is one of the best looking games on the Super Nintendo, bar none, which is saying quite a bit, I must admit. And now we're heading back to the planet Zebes from the first game. Like, even that image of Samus just riding down on the elevator, that's iconic as hell. And now we're back to where we started in the first game, and just like before, the item is to the left of where we start. And it's the Morph Ball, because of course it is. It's funny that they were doing throwbacks to NES games as early as the 16-bit era. Hey, sup guys? That's right, I'm back. Better start counting your prayers. And now we actually have some space pirates. But I will remind everyone, are actually a species and not an organization. Isn't that weird? So now they know I'm here. Oh, I didn't even mention one of the greatest aspects of this game compared to the other two games. Look at this, you have a map screen now. You can actually chart your progress. Like, thank you. That was one of the most annoying things about the other two Metroid games, especially Metroid 2, where it was all black and white. You couldn't tell this from that. So, yeah, I'm glad they finally added this, and this would become the standard for Metroidvanias as well. It seems like every single one of them has this exact kind of map screen. It's great. Got ourselves an Archozu statue already. That's great. And it is the Morph Bomb. Just what we needed. Alright, let's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not supposed to happen. Up. Back off. Wait, did I kill it? Nope. Crap. Oh, that was close. Wait. Whew. It's nice how when the enemies die, they leave a lot of energy, so... Oh man, that was a close one, wasn't it? Yeah, I think this is it, so... This is what I was talking about when I first played this game. I got stuck here because I didn't realize that the game had a run button, so you hold the Y button and Samus picks up the pace. Later on, you get the speed booster, which basically turns her into the Flash for a second, allowing her to just plow through enemies, which is satisfying as hell, even if it's somewhat situational. But more skilled players will know about the Shine Spark technique, where you get a speed boost going, then you push down on it, you actually save that charge, and then you can push up or to the side to send Samus charging one side. And again, it's something that can be used to sequence break the game. It's great. I definitely remember having trouble with that when I first played these games. Am I going to be able to get myself another missile power up here? Maybe if I hop up. Yeah, so remember how I said you have a wall jump maneuver? That was what I was doing there. I am not skilled enough to do it on one wall, and it's also a little tricky to do it consecutively between walls. But people who know how to do it, they can do some pretty amazing things here. Super Metroid is one of the most popular games to speed run. Ah, crap. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Oh, I can just... Ah, here we go. High jump boots. These let you jump higher, obviously. But yeah, you saw how I use the wall jump to sequence break the game here. Again, that's just part of the fun of Super Metroid. People always finding new and unique ways to break this game in half. Question is, how do I get out of here? Oh, so now it's open. And I can't go in there anyway because it's too hot. Need to get the Various suit to survive in there. I know people say that Samus is hot, but that's ridiculous. Alright, so Super Metroid. Obviously, I love this game, though the controls aren't as good as later games in the series. Just the amount of improvements that they made to the formula coming off of the original Metroid, and especially Metroid 2, just the introduction of a map screen just makes things so much easier. And in addition to being able to aim in all 8 directions, the fast pace of the gameplay, the humongous boss fights. We didn't even get to even any of the real cool ones. Also, state-of-the-art graphics for the time, amazing soundtrack. Yeah, it's just one of the all-time great masterpieces of the gaming industry. So if you haven't ever played it, highly recommend doing it, especially with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond coming out. That's going to be the next edited video, so be on the lookout for that in the coming month, because I'm going to play the hell out of that one. God, I hope it's good. It's like it's been development for so long, so I have my concerns, but I'm also optimistic based on what I've seen so far.